Hello there, everyone. This is Neko here. Get ready to play Infected. Woo! The lore has updated. So we're going to be playing around with this. I probably will be doing RuneScape and this at the same time because I both enjoy those games. So for those who don't know, this game is an apocalypse type world. Some kind of vampire zombie things happen. We'll get more into the lore. We'll finally start learning about all this. They did do some changes, like Mike now spawns in 10 locations instead of 2. They changed up how clay works. They changed up a few other things. You now randomly spawn. Like here, I spawned in the oasis over here. And some of you might spawn somewhere else. They added in information for like the whatever you call it, the RTV, the ATV, so you can actually find it if you make a bunch of gold. Uh, some other things to take care of. I think we're gonna build here because it's the oasis. There's a mountain and other things stuff here. This actually would be a fun place to build. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to build up here or over here. Admittedly, we got the trader here, which has a nice amount of the big trees. We got the city, which if you're brave enough, if you go in there, if they haven't changed anything, can have a shield, an axe, and a few other things. We are going to have to run around to the cities because we are going to need technologies. March, spring, that's nice, but that's that. There's one thing that I was hoping to see. Body temperature. What I was hoping to see was that when I open up my inventory, at least, it would pop up here, or they would have it automatically on there. You can hide your stats like this by hitting G. Personally, I recommend only doing that if you know what you're doing, or if you've, whatever you call it, uh, have your stats set down to low or no stat drain. No stat drain, you might as well have them. Uh, you might as well have it off for looks. Okay, what was it? F4? No. 2? 3? Nope. 2? Nope. 1? Nope. One of these was craft. Oh, that's the HUD picture thing. Alright, well, in the meantime, we'll worry about that later. We need to make an axe. So, stone, right click, shift right click. That gives us an axe. I don't know if speed chopping works. I do know that there used to be a way to do it. I don't know if it's been fixed or not, though. Yes, no. Anyways, some of the things we're going to want to build first is going to be a... well, realistically, it depends on you, but some of the things that I'm going to go for is going to be this, so I can have something that protects my fire from rain. Then we're going to want to get some logs. I think if you time this right, yeah, you can still speed chop. It's just not as fast as when they had it before. That was ridiculous, but it was fun. I kind of wish they would give us something. The developer would give us something like that. I think it's placeables. We're going to want saw bench. That's the next thing we're gonna want because we're gonna end. For me, 3 of them because most of the time the trees have 3 logs. I also turned sun off because I don't like the sun. For me, it's always been bugged out. There we go. We're gonna need a few more of that. So I think the speed chopping works for bigger things, but not the little. So now that we've got those, we can actually start working on setting up some foundations and some other things. so that we can get stuff going, because we're gonna need stone, and stone's gonna be in the beginning. You're gonna want to set up a few things for stone, and then we're also gonna want storage, and we're also gonna want the workbench, which we're gonna need nails, but to do that we need ingots, and to get ingots we need to get stone. So next thing, construction foundations. Personally, I like the foundation 2s. They look neater, nicer, more pretty, in my opinion. We're going to want to be near the water, and we're going to want to have probably a 2x2. We'll get into the lore and everything as we go. It's just going to take a while. And right, we're going to need planks, so in here. And then get these. We're going to also need a roof, which means more planks, lots of more planks. Right click, I forgot. It's been a little while since I played this. Woo! Okay, foundation. We're gonna put a wall. We're gonna put... Realistically, if you're looking for cheap efficiency, I recommend the interior walls, because if you can look here, 4 planks, 3 logs. When you chop the logs, that's into planks, that's 6 planks, so that totals 10 versus 8. So you're saving a log, 1 log doing this. Again, in the beginning, it's mostly about getting efficiently set up. Once you've done that, then you can continue on with everything else. I forgot if we can actually place ceilings on ghost images. No, we cannot do that yet. At some point, this would be really appreciated to be able to snap ghost on ghost. You can have it, I don't know if the developer will be able to make it where you can only build this first than this, but since there's no physics, and I hope there remains none, because that allows for some hell of fun builds, you could theoretically place the roof, delete the wall, and the roof would float there. I mean, you could claim it as magic, that's up to you. It doesn't matter to me. I just enjoy building the game, or not building the game, but playing the game. Few more planks, few more logs. Woo! Yeah, if you time it right, you chop fast. Whee! Right, I forgot, only Mike is allowed to jump with logs. And, personally, that's kind of unfair, but hey. Whee! Now we need planks, lots and lots of planks. We're also gonna need spears. More planks. We're also gonna need more logs, because we're gonna be building out the foundations, because we're gonna be making a bed. Also, actually, yeah, might as well. Other was campfire. This was it. Right, E. We're gonna need firewood, small stones, all that fun stuff. A lot of stone's gonna be needed, which means we're gonna need a pick next. Sweet. So now, on to the next part. Foundations. Oh, I know it's way too late, but if you guys enjoy, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification. I try to show tips, tricks, helpful hints. Alright. Placeables. Others. Furnace. Personally, I recommend 3 of these. Although a little expensive, it speeds up the process significantly. And actually, I think I may want to move these over a little, because this isn't going to be my permanent place, but I am going to want it to be able to make sure because when winter comes, we're going to need to be able to heat ourselves, and we're going to definitely want that. And the reason why I say this is because it takes 5 stones to make 1 ingot. So if you put 5 stones in here and you process it, then you can throw an ingot in this. So that means you'll make 1 ingot, or 5 fragments, 1 ingot every time, which is actually a pretty decent, pretty fast thing to do. Okay, we need to get stones, which we need plant fiber, we need a stick, and we need a stone blade. And we're going to want to build this quickly because our water is draining fast. I think we only need to smack this. Oh. No room in the inventory. We got planks. Throw the planks in here. Perfect. Fiber, all that fun. I can't wait to get my bag upgraded again. I miss it. Stick, stone. So now the crafting, we're gonna need to make 1 of you. Shift right. You, and you? No. I think we need, what is it? Alt? No. Yes, Alt. 1, 2. Oh, only 2. Sweet. Mining can work the same way. Basically, you can speed mine. It's last time, if I remember correctly, it was a little bit easier to do. Now we got the canteen. Sweet. We got clay, which clay is kind of pointless because they made a new device. You can no longer make it in the one bench. Instead, you've got to make it in this clay mixer, which apparently requires tech. And then they have the advanced clay mixer, so they're wanting clay to be a little bit farther down the line and requires stuff. But thankfully, it requires no more biofuel. But that then comes to the issue of power. Personally, the gas generator, that's nice, but with how cheap the wind turbine and solar panel is to buy, all you gotta do is run around and loot a bunch, and there you go. Personally, I recommend wind turbines in the beginning. Solar panels are better because they generate 40 power during the day. Now, if it's storming, they're doing 20, but still, this does between 10 minimum and 40 maximum. On average, you're going to hover right around 15 to 20 most of the time. So, good constant, but somewhat of a pain. Anyways, back to what we were doing. We've got water. Water's one of the fastest draining stats. We need stone to get that going. We need wood. Part of the reason why I don't like the sun is because the development of it, I feel, is still incomplete in my opinion. Because I used to live in the desert and I could sit out in the sun for the entire day and I wouldn't be dying of heat stroke like what the character here does with just spending an hour in it. Ooh, it's getting nighttime. We may want to make a bed soon. And one thing you do gotta be careful of is overweight. If an enemy happens to see you, there's a high likelihood you're gonna die. You can still fight them off pretty well, but I'm gonna throw that on there. We can throw that in there. We can throw that in there. Bark chips are gonna be important, but right now, that's gonna be later. Really? I'm still full. That's stupid. Alright, well. We've got 20 in there. That will be good. Now we need to get a plank. We need logs because we need to get a bed ready for nighttime. Hey, look, it's meat. There you go. Personally, I don't know if it actually does make it faster anymore. It used to, so I'm kind of, and it's a force of habit, so I kind of just like, I'm gonna keep doing it. Okay, well, let's add in another ceiling because I don't want to be sleeping in the rain. So we need 4 planks, which we've got right here. Now we need a bed. So placeables, I think furniture. Yes, 6 planks. So we need more wood. Yay! And there's 6. Now, certain technologies you're going to want to get in certain orders, mostly for optimal speeds. And if I would have to go through and look at the technologies. And personally, I say it depends on what you need when you need it. Because for me, one time I needed the circular saw bench before anything. Another time, because I found Mike right away, I needed the chemistry bench first. So people are going to tell you to choose this, and this. I say no. Choose what you need in that moment. Not what other people say. Because sometimes it's not always correct. Looks like we're gonna need to start building whatever you call it, start building some storage and stuff, which means we're gonna want to get foundations and other things going. Alright, we need stone. Oh, actually there is one technology you must go for first. No ifs, no ands, or buts. I stand corrected. Other. Mineral extractor. That one. You need that one. No ifs, ands, or buts first. Because once you get this going... Oh, yeah. Once you get this going, then you're going to want to put in plant beds, a bunch of them. And you're going to want to start putting pumpkins in them. Once you put pumpkins in them, whoo, yeah, baby! You're going to be good to go on feeding this. Because once you get one of these, then you can put down another. Then you can put down another one. And then once you get enough to be able to make one of these automatically, within like 5 minutes, you're set. And you can pretty much speed along. But this one's first. Because this will give you iron ore. But other than that, it's basically choose what you need when you need it. Personally, I have my favorite order I like to go in. And it's usually the mineral extractor, pumpkins, then the forge, so I can actually do 10 stone at a time. And then after that, it depends. Alright, let's get this all built. And may want to look into making a, whatever you call it, 25. Mike's going to be helpful. Whether or not we find him first, that's going to be dependent. Now, there's 10 chances to find him, which means there's a high, if I don't remember all the locations of all the beds, there's a bunch of places here, so you're gonna have fun looking for Mike. Now, admittedly, the trader, it'd be kind of nice if the trader had some kind of information on Mike. Like, they heard rumors of another survivor somewhere in the west, or they heard a rumor of a survivor, like in the south or the north or the east. So it's like we come up to the trader one day and we talk, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I heard rumors of a survivor in the west." So that means basically anything along this line right here would be where he could possibly be. Or it'd be like, "Oh, I heard it in the north," and it's like up here. So if they go, "Oh yeah, day one, it was in the west. Day two, in the north," then you know, in the north west, so he would be like right up in these towns here. All right, I forgot. I'm wanting to do the speed spam with the shield. That was like the most OP. Oh, right. When you're too full, it's better just to drop it and become unfull. Kind of wish we could see our weight without having to do this. One more. Sweet. We can now actually start getting the iron going, which means we'll load up everything we can. Since I don't like wasting, I am gonna fill this up with, oops, with 2, and that also means we're gonna want to build a few other things. We're gonna want you. We're also gonna want you because that's the logs, but we're gonna need to get a few other things. Placeables. We're gonna want. We got you placed. We've got you placed. That's not attainable yet. We're gonna want you, but we don't have the tech for that, so we'll have to wait on that. We don't have nails for that, but we are gonna want that. What else was I needing? Storage. Storage was it. We're gonna want storage, but we're gonna need to do some chopping. Come on. Yeah. I think I've learned somewhat how to do it. It's all about the timing. Definitely about the timing. Perfect. Now that we've got that, we can go in the build, placeables, storage. That was the other thing I wanted, this, because this will store a bunch of stuff, stone, which we're gonna need. Sorry about that. Then we're gonna want these, because we're going to need to store other things. We'll have to wait on that, but that's gonna store all of our junk, like bark and other things of that nature, which is going to be helpful. Then we're gonna want to plank and sticks storage and log stand. Although, log storage isn't really needed right now, but it will be helpful. Now, what was it? B, placeables, storage. We're gonna want stick and planks. 1, 2, 3. Then for sticks, 1, 2, 3. That should be good to go. So now we need sticks. We need lots and lots of sticks, which is easy to get. We might want to drink that. This will give us basically 50 of everything, thirst and all that. So once our stats get a little bit lower, we'll be eating one of those. Personally, I try not to eat them too often, too quickly. But sometimes... Alright. sticks, which means harvest, harvest, harvest. Oh yeah, we're gonna also need firewood stand. Really? Yeah, we're definitely gonna want firewood stand. Well, actually, we can drop the firewood. Actually, no, we'll use this set of firewood for this. Whee! Over jumped. Down at the bottom. Sometimes you don't see it. That's 2. It takes like 5 of these to fill up one of these. Perfect. Now we need a plank stand. 1 short, kind of figured. Two more firewood, we'll be good to go. We have that, which is good. Which means harvest you. Nope. Right click. You can use oh, okay. You can use other stuff for this too. Like you can use sticks, you can use bark chips, you can use plant fiber, which I might use, because in the beginning you'll get so much more plant fiber than you need. It just becomes ridiculous. Okay, firewood stand. Storage, other, no, storage, and firewood. Okay. We'll get you here. We're gonna need to start throwing these on here. Okay, so we have planks, we have sticks, we've got that, we've got this, we've got firewood, which we can now stick into here. We can stick sticks into here, which might have to move those. So now we can start looking at getting stones, because we'll need 5 ingots. So, in here, in here, in here. Perfect. That will give us that. So now we need to get stone, and we need storage. In the beginning, we'll use this, then we'll upgrade to this. So we need planks. Once we get plenty of planks, we'll be good to go. We'll be able to start getting stone. There we go. We gotta be quick, because we're about halfway through with this already. We'll worry about that later. We'll actually get that. So now we get more stone. Yay! There we go. Screw it. Drop it. Perfect. That's the other issue, is plant fire builds up fast. Okay, we're about done. So, what was it? Right click? Yes. Shift right. Shift right. Shift right. And we'll get iron going now. Now we can stick our... Oop. Oh, right. You can right click and move all. More planks. Because we need more storage. A lot more, apparently. Go. Mostly the reason why I do 3 of those is because that does 6 middly, and the trees, they usually, the small ones tend to drop 3. These ones tend to drop a little bit more, so I might want to do 4, but for now we're just going to stick with this. Actually, the reason why I do 3 is because I can only pick up 3. Right, more planks. This needs logs. We need to get that. I'm stuck, help me. We need you. We need more planks. Oh, move all. We're gonna need to get more stone. Shift. Shift to shift. There we go. And we can put you and you and you and you, and there we go. We got 1 iron ready to go. Put you in there. We need to move all of you in here. We'll make a separate one for wood. So storage. We need more planks, which means more wood, which is, yay! In. Oh, right. I think technically the water should be clean if it rains, but I don't know if that's, I hardly ever use them, so I actually don't know. Chances are it's dirty. I think the developer made it that way, but I don't know why. I'll have to actually build one and double check again. Okay, we need stone. We need storage because I gotta get rid of all the plant fiber. That's stone, yeah. Okay. Planks. Now we need stone, which I dropped a few back over here. I don't remember where, but we need them. I don't think it has despawned yet. The problem is remembering where. Where they were dropped is the issue. But in the beginning, you definitely want to keep up on this, because you're going to need the anvil as soon as possible. I forgot. There's a few items that are, but these aren't technologies. Technologies are what I'm talking about. Okay, more stone, so move you, and oops, oh well. Move you. We'll worry about it later. We can get 2 of them. Either way, we need more. Go. We're gonna also have to make a new peg at some point, so we're gonna want to keep a handful of that with us. That's nearly full. That's good. This is somewhat getting close done. So now we need more. Oops. I don't think that one, I did not time that one good at all. More planks, planks. Are you all done? Yes. We need you, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, probably we'll just double do that. Yeah, that will give us more than enough. We gotta keep an eye on the fuel. Doing alright, and alright. Sweet. Throw you all in here. I don't think we have to worry. Actually, I should make a spear just in case. Which we're gonna need stone, stick, and a few other items. Okay, that takes care of that. We need planks for that, nails for that, planks and nails for that. Oh. Yay, we found some carbs. Okay. We're gonna need to sleep. There we go. And we're going to need to eat. There we go. We're good to go. We're gonna want to start saving up some dirty water. So open up, grab you. Throw you in here. Open. There we go. We'll get some dirty water boiled. Looks like we have some seeds. We're gonna need some plant fiber. I think it was 5. And then craft. We need to make one of you. You. Actually, I think we need 2 of those. And I think 3 of those. Let's grab another stick. Actually, one thing you can do is you go in the itempedia, then you go over to whatever it is you're trying to make in, like this. You click on it and you'll have it. Looks like we're missing 5 plant fiber. Okay. No, wait. We have 5 plant fiber. We have... Oh. What? Oops. You can also name things. This also tells you the recipe, so if you're missing something... Oh, we're missing 2 more sticks. Okay. 1. Perfect. There we go. Oops. We'll throw that back in, then we'll grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throw you in. You and you, and you and you, and there we go. Perfect. Alright, I think we should be able to make a spear now, which means come in here, click it, craft it, done. Sweet. I think we'll call it here. We've got pretty decent progress. We're starting about 40 some odd minutes. Woo! But we're going to continue on, get ready for the next episode. So, if you guys enjoy, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification, and everything else. I'm going to, well... If you enjoy, make sure to hit the bell notification and everything. If you want to see other games I play, check out the in-screen credits. That shows my current series I'm doing. I think we're going to be doing a double series. If you guys want to be added on to the in-screen credits like these people, make sure to publicly subscribe. After a certain amount of time, I'll add you on. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed and you come back for more. I'm going to get ready for the next episode, which means we're going to... get a few more things harvested and ready to go. Gotta love bad timing on this when talking and everything. Woo! Okay. I'm gonna let the credits roll out. We're gonna get this ready. We're gonna get that. Yep. Alright, bye-bye.